This video is sponsored by Editor's Keys. For a great selection of video editing and recording products, visit editorskeys.com. Hi everyone, this is Dave from Geekanoids and this is my unboxing and first look of the Swann Freestyle HD. This is an HD sports video camera with an LCD viewer on the back that captures 1080p full HD video. It's one of these action cameras. Please do watch all the way to the end of this video because there will be some annotation links at the end which will take you to videos showing this very camera in action. So let's take a look at the packaging first of all. We can see it says HD, waterproof, uses a micro SD card in this one, and it's got USB connection in here as well. Let's look on the side, 1080p video, waterproof up to 65 feet or 20 meters. Recording time up to 10 hours, that's very impressive, and it recharges via USB, so it sounds like this has got an integrated battery. Round on the back we can see it does 1080p, also does 1280 by 720, and it does actually capture stills as well in JPEG up to 8 megapixels. Viewing angle is dependent on the format you're using, so 135 degree angle at 1080p, 170 degree angle on that lens at 720p. It's got a built-in microphone, records the audio in WAV format. Recording mode is either manual or voice activated, that's really cool. Frame rate 30 frames per second. Micro SD card up to 32 gigabytes you can put in here. Record time 2.5 hours per charge, and it does have an integrated battery, 1000 milliamp hour battery in here. So plenty to look at. Let's get this unboxed and see what we get inside. Now this is my very first look at this, so you're experiencing this the first time that I am, and I must say that this is a review model, so it might be packed very slightly differently when you purchase one at retail. So this is obviously the camera itself, and if I shake this down, we've got some accessories in here. This looks very, very interesting. Plenty of stuff. I'm going to leave the camera till last. Let's have a look in this accessory pack first of all. So we have got a snap-on LCD screen. So this actually snaps onto the back of the camera. Looks like it gives you some menu controls as well. Tiny little screen, but at least we've got something that allows us to sort of review the footage back and see what the camera's seeing before we hit that record button. Very familiar looking sort of connector there as well. Looks like an Apple 30-pin dock connector, but obviously it's not, but it looks just very similar in construction. So that's really cool. We've also got a remote control. Looks like we've got record and stop on here, and also a take photo button. It's got a clip on the back, that's a really strong clip, and also some belt loops as well, so you could hook that onto a belt. Then we've got some composite AV cables. We've got a USB cable, and then we've got, let's have a look at this next, a charger. So obviously charges via mini USB, 3-pin UK plug because I'm in the UK, but if you're in a different country you're going to get a country specific plug. Then we've got a little CD with an instruction manual on. We have got something about reviewing the product, so this is a review unit, and a little sort of quick start guide which is going to show you everything in the box and also how to get up and running. What else have we got in here? We've got a used mount. This looks like some sort of mount to sort of stick onto something and then mount the camera. And then we've got another smaller mount, a sticky mount again with some 3H sort of mounting tape on there. And then we've got various options. These are obviously going to slide onto these mounts. So we've got various sort of angled options and brackets for mounting the camera in various positions. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of reading on the instructions, but these are all going to mount it in various sort of angles. And another one here for clipping onto the camera. And then we've got another holder here, which is going to hold the camera like so. We've got some connector there. So loads of different mounting options. I'm not sure which one I'm going to end up using, but plenty to get me up and running with this camera. And then this one here looks like a spare sort of Velcro, so very sort of simple Velcro attachment. And then a wrist strap and some little grommets here as well. These look like little grommets or spacers. And that is it for all of the accessories. So plenty to get you up and running with this camera. And then we've obviously got the camera itself. So let's have a look in here. So we'll move that out of the way. How do we get into this main compartment? There we go. So in here, we have got a 4GB micro SD memory card. So that's going to get us up and running. And then we've got the camera itself. Now this is obviously in a waterproof housing, so this is sealed in here, and we've got some metal buttons on the bottom here, which obviously push through to buttons that are located on the camera. We can also see a threaded mount there, so we have got a tripod mount, and the hinge here on the casing. And then if we open this up, how do we do this? Here we go, so we pull forwards here, that opens up the casing, and we're into the camera. And this is it. This is the Swann Freestyle HD. Very nice looking unit. On this side here, we've got micro SD. Let's have a look under this cover. Micro SD and the mini USB connector. These are either speakers or microphone pickups. So I would imagine there's probably one for each. We've got the little portion here for the wrist strap. On the top here, we've got a display. Let's switch it on. See if we've got any power in here. Yes, we have got power. So a little tiny display on the top, which gives you some feedback about sort of recording mode and the battery life. And then we've got voice activation on and off switch. This is probably the microphone on the top. So these are probably both speakers on the side. And then we've got a record start stop button, a take picture button. And then on the back here, we've got a cover over that dock connector. So that's where we're going to put the screen. And I would imagine connecting the screen is going to give you a much better menu system on here as well. And then we've got an opening portion here, so it isn't an integrated battery. You can actually get to the battery. 3.7 volt, 1000 milliamp hour lithium ion battery in there. Recharges inside the camera, but if you bought a spare one, then at least you've got a spare sort of backup battery with you. So that's it for this unboxing. As I said, do watch all the way to the end of this video. In about sort of 10-15 seconds time, you're going to see some annotation links which are going to take you to videos that were actually captured with the Swann Freestyle HD. Please also subscribe to the channel, because in about a week or two's time I'll be giving you my full review of this little action camera. Now the Swann Freestyle HD is going to cost you around about £219 in the UK. The US get a slightly better deal at the time of recording this at under $200. So thanks very much for watching. Please do hit that like button, and I will see you all in the next video.